Hello everyone, this is Ranjana Tripathi. I am a life purpose and a transformational coach. Also, I am an author of the book Life Unplugged, Connect to the Divinity Within. I try to conduct workshops, I write posts on something which makes people connect to their inner power or inner divinity, which helps them to live the life they want in all the circumstances. Today, what my intention is to read something from a book of Krishnamurti, and I have been reading this book, and I really find it very useful, especially in this crisis when most of us is not, you know, most of us is going through lots of different kind of challenges and struggles. Some people are facing the problems in their job, some are facing with their relationship, and some are facing with their isolation, being isolated from their family and not meeting them. And there are other small and bigger picture which is happening in each other's life. So the chapter which I chose is loneliness. So we always, we tend to listen when people are not happy. They keep saying that they feel lonely even if they are in a good relationship. Still they say that they are not happy because they feel lonely. So let me just read out some few lines from this chapter which I found it very useful, and since it is written by Krishnamurti, I would not like to take the credit. That is why I plan to read it for you all. What he writes is, I do not know if you have ever been lonely when you suddenly realize that you have no relationship with anybody, not an intellectual realization but a factual realization, a thing that is as concrete as this microphone, and you are completely isolated. Every form of thought and emotion is blocked that time. There is nobody to turn to. The gods, the angels have all gone beyond the clouds. And as the clouds vanish, they have also vanished. You are completely lonely. I will not use the word alone. Alone has quite a different meaning. Alone has beauty. To be alone means something entirely different, and you must be alone. When man frees himself from the social structure of greed, envy, ambition, arrogance, achievement, status, when he frees himself from those, then he is completely alone. That is quite a different thing. Then there is a great beauty, the feeling of great energy. With this paragraph, I also want to emphasize on the line that there is a difference between being lonely and being alone. We often tend to interchange both the words. And what happens when we interchange, we really don't understand which one is good for us. Like, even if you're alone, it is not bad. So when you're alone, why do you mix up with the word lonely? It's entirely different. Alone can be evolvement, alone can be a growth. So this is what he intends to speak here about loneliness and alone. But loneliness is not that. Loneliness is this complete sense of being isolated from everything. I do not know if you have felt it. The more you're awake, the more you're questioning, looking, asking, demanding, the more you're aware of it. Deep down in your consciousness, at all the levels, you feel completely cut off. And that is one of the great sorrows. Not being able to go beyond it and being caught in that tremendous feeling of loneliness with its great energy. It has got vitality, a drive, an insistence, and ugliness, and we escape from it in every form. Either we are terribly clever, write books about that loneliness, and push aside that loneliness, or we run away, amuse ourselves, and never touch it. And it remains there, hidden. But like a cancerous wound, it is there, waiting. One has to come into contact with it, not verbally, but actually. You cannot escape, So you cannot run away. Even if you are trying to put a cover on it by avoiding it or by doing certain activities, which is temporarily taking you to a different arena, that is not going to help. So the loneliness is a form of death. There is time, not only when life comes to an end, but when there is no answer, there is no way out. That is also a form of death, being in the prison of your own self-centered activity endlessly. When you're caught in your own thoughts, in your own agony, in your own superstitions, in your deadly daily routine of habit. And we will prolong it for another 50 years or more. The same self-centered, brutal activities, ambition, competition, seeking status, position, power, greed, envy. So what exactly is happening? Even if we are busy, we feel lonely. Even if we are, hankering after name, fame, wealth, and we are busy trying to accumulate those things in our life, we still are empty, we still are lonely. So is it a solution to be lonely? Like, do you really find this very helpful in your life? So how do we know? Like, see, when we are even busy and we feel lonely, then there is a time that we should be taking action about it, right? Because alone will never make you sad. Being alone, being in your own company will never make you upset. It will never make you feel neglected. But if it is loneliness amidst all kind of work you're doing, amidst all kind of people you're meeting, then that means there is something which you need to take care of. We live with the pressure of families, of relationships with each other. And what happens? So why do human beings throughout the world live like this? Why? Why is it that we take so much pressure? Is it because they are lazy, indifferent, callous, that they talk about their relationship and they don't mean a thing by that word? Is it habit? Is it tradition? Is it that we do not know how to break through this? And perhaps that may be one of the reasons why human beings do accept so easily to live in this conflict. What do we mean by that word relationship? To be related, to be in contact with. When you use the words in contact with, it doesn't mean physical. It implies that you're actually in contact psychologically with another. Is that so? Do you think? Do you believe in this? Or are you in contact with the image that you have projected about her or him? The image that thought has created during a 30-year or 40-year relationship, intimate or not, or during a relationship that lasted for 10 days. You create an image about that person, and that image is projected by memory, by experience, by the knowledge that you've accumulated about her or him. So this is a kind of clarification which the author is giving on relationship. Because why exactly we feel alone or lonely? Alone or loneliness is completely connected to the relationship aspect. So when we are in relationship and we feel certain kind of loneliness, which is said, which is actually being pointed that it is not a good way to project yourself, that you are lonely because you're accepting a kind of void in your life. But if you're alone in that relationship, then that is not unhealthy. But you're feeling lonely, then try to find out what exactly you're doing in the relationship. The way it has been told, like how you are connected. Is it your projection? It is your imagination. It is your expectation from that particular relationship which is making you feel more lonely. It is your perception, because there is something which you want, which is your image, right? So what happens? That knowledge is stored in our brain, and that becomes memory. So you're looking at the woman or the man from the knowledge that you have acquired about her. You project that knowledge upon her, and you see the image that you have projected, and you think you are in contact with that person. But actually you are only in contact with the image that thought has projected about her or him. See, it is a very big chapter, and I definitely would want this chapter to, share it with you all, because this is really very important. And the kind of phase we are in, kind of crisis we are in, we are, there is lots of news about relationship crisis happening in this stage. So this is the first angle where I'm talking from Krishnamurti's perspective, like why, first of all, we should know that there is a difference between alone and being lonely. You need to identify whether it is alone or whether it is lonely. If you feel that you feel alone in the relationship, but you're happy, you're contented, you're trying to evolve, there is a self growth, there is a understanding, deep understanding about yourself, then this is healthy way of relationship which is happening in your life. And you can use this word often, that is not a problem. But if you think amidst everything you feel lonely, then that means that somewhere your projection, your perception, and your expectations from certain relationships, from certain, even from yourself, has been something which is imaginary, which is a kind of superficially created by you, and then that is stored in your brain. And every time when you're talking, every time when you're meeting with this person or with this kind of relations, you actually feel that you are in a void and you are aloof and you are not happy because you feel everything is closed to you. So this is one aspect which I shared because it's a big chapter and I would really want to come up with next video on progressing from this particular point. But from at this point of time, I would like you to analyze and at least understand, have you been using both the words, you're interchanging this both the words because you were not clear before this. And after this video, if you feel that you're clear about these two words, then try not to keep yourself in a word kind of a kind of cocoon where you feel that no, you have been thinking wrong from such a long time that you were actually lonely, but it was alone because you have been developing out of it. So think about it, write about it, and then we'll catch up in another video where I'll proceed from this point, like how and what is our perception about loneliness and how we should come out of it. Okay, till then, have a great day and take care.